Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hello, I'm Claire. Today I'm going to be showing you how I lower the ceilings in my house. This is a fairly simple glitch, however it makes a big impact in housing. So let's go ahead and jump into the item list. For this build, you're going to need one stage panel, one Riviera wall shelf, one wooden loft, several flooring mats, and several white rectangular partitions. Jumping into the build, I'm going to go ahead and place my first flooring mat. I'm going to ensure that I have my snap to grid turned on, and I'm going to rotate it to where it straightens out, and then slightly sink it into the walls. Grabbing my second flooring mat, I'm going to rotate it like I did the first, and then position it next to it. I like to make sure that mine overlap slightly. And then it's just a matter of repeating the previous steps with the remaining flooring mats until you've covered the room. Now that I have all my flooring mats placed, I'm going to start floating them. So I'm going to pull out my stage panel and I'm going to rotate it, and then I'm going to move it into its first position. So I'm going to grab the stage panel and I'm going to position it to where it's just outside of the first and second flooring mat that I placed. I do this intentionally because I am going to be using a wooden loft later to float the flooring mats. And I'm going to need a gap between the flooring mats and the stage panel in order to place it. Turning my grid snap off, I'm going to grab the wooden loft from my inventory and position it over my first two flooring mats. Then I'm going to place the wooden loft and quickly hit escape. Now it's just a matter of repeating the previous steps until I get the flooring mats positioned to the height that I'm wanting my ceiling. If you look closely, you'll notice one of my flooring mats didn't actually float. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my wooden loft, and then I'm going to continue floating it from the lowest flooring mat. And that should correct it. That's a good height, so I'm going to turn my grid snap back on and rotate the flooring mats. Rotating items after they've been floated is very important. Otherwise they're going to snap back to the ground. It's time to continue with floating the rest of the flooring mats. The trickiest part of this glitch is actually getting all of the flooring mats to the same height. So what I recommend doing is actually using your wooden loft and trying to align it with the previous place flooring mats. You might have to do this several times, but don't worry, you'll get it. And again, remember to rotate your objects after they've been floated. I'm finally on the home stretch of floating my flooring mats, and as you can see, there's no gap between the flooring mats and my stage panel. So this makes it a little bit harder, but completely doable. Don't forget to rotate your floated objects. Now it's time to fill in the gap between the ceiling I just created and the actual ceiling. For this step, I'm going to be using several white rectangular partitions. And here I am lining it up with the edge of the flooring mats I floated. I'm going to pull the others out of my inventory, and I'm going to align them with the first white rectangular partition I placed. Now it looks like I have a complete wall constructed. So it's time to start floating them in order to fill that gap. I'm going to locate my stage panel and I'm going to place it. Grabbing the stage panel, I'm going to move it into position. I'll be putting it just short of halfway into the white rectangular partition and turn my grid snap off. Grabbing a Riviera wall shelf from my inventory, I'm going to place it as low as it can go on the stage panel and then quickly hit escape. I'm going to continue floating the white rectangular partition until I have it to the height that I want. I'm finally happy with the height, so I'm going to go ahead and rotate the partition and then move on to floating the second. With the last item placed and rotated, it's time to step back and admire your hard work. As you can see, this isn't an extremely difficult glitch, but it can be time consuming and a bit frustrating when stuff doesn't line up. Just remember to have patience and have fun with it. I've got a few more videos releasing this week, so don't forget to like and subscribe if you found this video useful. I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, take care and happy housing.